Hey, matter of fact, what we gonna? Ooh, shit! I didn't change the name of this one.
Look,
Should I? Should I change it? Cause it. I didn't tell Chef. I didn't. It
Yeah.
wasn't the last one we did on Friday. It wouldn't
Uh-huh.
upload to the
So
Facebook.
could we even just put it straight to Spotify to the podcast
We
format?
can, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm saying like for live purposes,
Oh yeah.
we
Yeah,
just go ahead and
missed out.
skip
Yeah.
the title or what?
Yeah, because that was last Friday. So let's just say we on episode 17,
18 now.
18. Yeah, it's saying 17.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't change it because I didn't know if we wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I say leave it.
We can keep that one
Leave-
as a special episode.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Leave it
that-
at 17. Okay, guys. Hey, listen to me. You heard it here first. February 28th, 2022. You just heard this here, right? Every dime of my income that's not going to like eating and surviving and shit,
He said he didn't survive it.
I am buying a fucking plane. Y'all laughing, I'm dead ass serious.
No,
We talking about like an
I'm-
8-seater. We talking about a 2-seater.
I'm talking about a fucking private jet. I'm not bullshit. I am not bullshit. Y'all think it's game. I just found out I can buy a fucking Learjet 31 Alpha
Yeah,
for $175,000
that's not
with a
bad.
fucking it's like a mortgage. So you
Yeah.
got closing costs and all that shit, dude.
Yeah.
My payment will be less than my fucking house, like less than my cars. Like my truck payment is $1,100.
That's
My
doable.
plane payment will
Uh-huh.
be like $500.
That's definitely doable.
I'm buying a fucking plane, okay? And I'm not bullshitting y'all. All I gotta do is come over 20%, just like a fucking mortgage.
Yep. Come on with 20%. Well, 20% in your savings, right?
You have to have 20% in a earnest money.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's basically the same thing as buying a house.
Yeah.
So I'm buying a fucking private jet, y'all. You heard it first. I'm doing
So-
it. And here's
Can
the
you fly?
play.
Can you fly? Do you have a pilot's license?
I don't need no fucking pilot's license. My dad got a pilot's license, but that's the point. I'm gonna hire a fucking pilot. I'm gonna hire pilots, okay? All this shit is gonna be done out externally. But hear me. Remember, I talked about that episode with Gunna talking about how him and Young Thug got kicked off the plane and how they
Yeah.
should have bought a jet or whatever.
Yeah.
Here's the play. These niggas is paying $30,000 to $45,000 for one flight.
Oh my God. You serious?
I got a service you want. I got a service you want.
That's
I got
fine.
a service you want.
That
You
is
want 40 grand
that
just
is
to get to Chicago? I got you.
Hey, PhD used to put it all together. He was, oh shit.
Hey, we need you to pick us up in LA. Sure.
Hey, real spill though, real spill because I was thinking about it and I was like, man, because my family we're planning a trip, right? And we're trying to go, you know what I'm saying, someplace out the country,
Yeah.
right? And so I was like, man, these flights are ridiculous. Like they're fucking ridiculous, yo. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
But then I started thinking about it. I was like, man, if we had our own fucking plane, man, that shit would be easy. You know what I'm saying? Like if we had, well, not that we don't have our own plane, but if we had a plane that could hold everybody,
Right.
we could. Because my dad has a plane, like he has one,
So-
but it's only like 4-seaters. So
But what is he? How much is he paying for like maintenance and
maintenance
hangar?
costs and all that shit is expensive for sure. But if I can secure 100% financing and still save up that 20%, that'll take care of me for at least 6 months. And you think in 6 months, with the amount of maintenance and all that other shit that I would have to do,
Yeah.
I would have made, say, every flight somebody takes on it, let's say on the low end, 10 grand. On
Yeah.
the low end, 10 grand, do that shit, what, twice a month? I'm making 20,000 a month. That covers my maintenance easily. and my payment is out of pocket. That's nothing. That's chump change compared to, you know what I'm saying? So the booking fee is paying for the gas, they're paying for the employees' pay, and they're covering a certain amount of maintenance, right? Boom, I'm good. So motherfuckers just charter the shit there and back, and we good to go. Even if motherfuckers say, hey, look, I want a round trip from fucking wherever.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're gonna leave the plane there, and not fly nowhere till your ass come back. Boom. And I'm gonna have to pay for the fucking.
You probably have to like the way that you would do it is just like you do with the rental cars. Like your plane is a part of a charter company, and that's just one of their planes, and you get a certain percentage of the charters that go out. You just supply the plane. They supply where
the pilot, all
that stuff.
If I have to do a little bit more research on it, I'm gonna get the plane for myself regardless. That's not about making the money.
Crazy. That's fucking genius, because you'd be like, you know what? I think I want to fly to New York for the weekend.
All right, let's go.
The plane's not being chartered out this weekend. All right, cool.
Yep.
All I gotta do is secure a pilot. Flight plan is gonna be good.
And we good to go. That's all it is. That's all it takes. Hey y'all, listen. We're looking for an artist who can make us a song for our intro. Right? Because we want to stop getting hit with these motherfucking copywritten shit.
Yeah.
We need, so I already have one that I know off the top of my head. Actually two I know off the top of my head.
I know one.
But we're looking for more artists that would like to get their name out there. And you know what I'm saying, want to be.
You remember my boy that we had on the one time last season?
Yeah,
I do.
Okay. I can hit him up. I can hit up Zay and see if he's willing to do something for us.
Hit him up. See what's up. See what he's talking about.
Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah.
My fucking, I see. Every day I find a new reason. Every day.
What you say?
Every day I find a brand new reason why I hate these fucking phones.
Man, look, you went and got the look. I told you.
Don't talk to me about the phone. Don't talk to me about the no. Because the only thing that's different between the new shit and my shit is the camera.
Got the 12.
Look, only thing different between this one and the newer one is the camera. All of the features supposedly are the same. Supposedly, you can do everything that you can do on the 13 on the 11 because the iOS system was updated, right? That's what y'all say, right? So why would I spend an extra $1,000 on a phone that I don't fucking need or want that does the same shit? The only difference is the camera is less quality, which I don't really give a fuck about at this point anyway.
Well, you should, Mr. TikTok. You should.
But the front face camera worked just fine.
Yeah. All right.
That's all I really need. But these shits are ass, bro. They're ass, bro.
It was the 11s. I didn't like the 11 anyway. I had it for like 2 months, and I was like, all right, 12 coming out, upgrade.
Nobody likes these shits. I don't. Y'all just.
I love my 12.
You like them for the status. That's all it is.
No. Hey,
be honest.
13, that bitch is working like a motherfucker.
It's okay.
Keep pumping out. I'm like, I record, boop, boop, boop.
It's okay.
Like,
just admit. It's just admit.
So I didn't plan on getting a 13 at all. I'm probably because I do like the 11s. The iPhone 11 is.
That's what I got.
The best one that I like.
Somebody just sent me was the Facebook page, was it updated? Because something's going on with the page.
Yeah, something's going on with Facebook in general. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Because it's not letting people watch. For somehow she's like,
it's not letting me like do nothing on Facebook.
I can watch it. I'm watching it right now.
This shit is literally not letting me do anything. So I don't know what.
Reset my phone. I was just like,
I'm sitting there doing the same shit.
I'm like, all right, let me see what's going on here. Even though
I keep getting this. I can't get nothing. I'm not getting anything. Reload page. That's what I'm getting.
Let me try it. Let's see if I can send it through the chat.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, because I got the notification and then I couldn't find it no more.
Nothing.
I couldn't find it no more. You sent it through the chat? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go here.
See if it worked. Ooh, wait a minute. How you? Yeah, it's working.
But it's pushing me. It's pushing us through the internet, through the actual website. It's going
it's
straight
not
through the internet. It's not going through the app.
Yeah, which is why the quality is shitty.
Yeah, it's going straight to the.
That's crazy.
Let me see here. Share. Yeah, man. I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't done this in a long time. Okay.
Like, this shit kind of wild, bro. Like, I don't.
Every now and then you have to use the web browser. You know.
That's okay. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, is this the web browser? Yeah, it is the web. Wait, no.
I clicked on the link. It went straight through Facebook. Opened up.
I'm like, come on. Excuse me.
Bless you, Jesus Christ. This is wild, bro. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Something's going on with, yeah.
It's Facebook though. It's definitely this service.
It's the app. Something's going on with the app.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me do this.
Because I can't. The only way. Let me see. Let me look through Restream.
Copy.
Oh no. So technically, it is through the app. What you sent me.
Yeah, it should be.
It's through the app, but it's like a weird.
It's going straight to the
back
website.
door of the app or something. Like I don't know. It's just weird. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have technical difficulties. If you can't see this,
not us. Fucking Facebook is.
Yeah, Facebook. That ain't.
Meta World.
That's fine. YouTube. Fine.
Meta World.
Yeah. YouTube is fine. Twitter is fine. Twitch is fine. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Interesting.
I think we're on that.
Interesting.
So what are we gonna be talking about today?
Man, today is the last day of fucking Black History Month, so you know we gotta talk about Black history and what the fuck's going on in the world and what progress we need to make and all the other good stuff. You know, we definitely got to talk about we still got to talk about Russia and Ukraine and all this other shit.
They talking about peace talk now.
Yeah, see,
when you start talking about nuclear. No, look, it's more Russians getting killed than Ukrainians. They thought they were gonna lay over.
Them motherfucking Ukrainians stood they motherfucking ground. It's like, bitch, we ain't going no goddamn way.
I think this what it is. It's the fact that a lot of celebrities, hometown Ukrainian / Russians, are joining the Ukrainian fight. Like the Klitschko brothers, they're from Russia, but they represent Ukraine. You got all these professional fighters, actors, like people that are known over there in the European countries. Hey, that's my home. If I take a bullet for my home, I'm gonna take a bullet for my home. Guess what? I will forever be remembered as
a martyr
and as a hero for my country, my nation.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't think anything.
It's not even a land
now.
grab.
Now being
like you being stupid.
See, here's the thing, like being that I've basically experienced death before. I've now come to the conclusion there's absolutely nothing on this planet other than my children and my children that I would like actually die for. Like that I'm willing to without a second thought. Now, not to say that I wouldn't die for my wife and my family and but there would be a thought. There would be a hesitation there. There would be a
I think the
what have you
update
done for me
Facebook
lately?
just did
Shit,
is
you know
messing
what I mean?
everybody's stuff up.
You said what?
It's an update Facebook just did. Everybody's stuff is messed up.
Wait a minute. So do I gotta update the app or what? What's going on?
No, I mean like even on my personal page, it's showing.
It's shitty, right?
Yeah, no, I mean it's just showing. Show people what you care about. Make a cover screen. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
I ain't see that. Hello, let me go back there.
Like it's just something.
Nah, I gotta. Nah, it's still wonky for me, so I'm gonna stay off of there.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna just look at it through Restream.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, y'all guys ready to go? Y'all guys ready to rock and motherfucking roll?
Let me pull up the
Get some
YouTube.
music.
It all.
I'm gonna share the YouTube live.
Hey, is that beat that that you've been playing, Chef and PhD? You brought it up with the beat you've been using. Yeah. Is that one the one we want to use for the song?
Are you talking about this?
Yeah. Cause that's not our beat to issue though.
Yeah. That I'm pretty sure that's copywritten.
Okay.
We'd have to get permission from the artist.
Yeah. I really would love to have like a PFB like, because I wanted to be hip hop vibes. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Like hip hop soul.
Yeah, hip hop soul kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think this is the perfect beat for it too. That made me want to goddamn. I can't even do it over here. I can't even do it over there.
How the old folks like that? Yeah. Got that one on like that you. All right now, look here now.
All right. That's what I mean. This beat is fire. Y'all ready?
Well, I'm always ready, but I'm not going with that.
Let's get it.
We're gonna go with the Buster Bus. It's the last day of my favorite month out of 365, y'all. But we celebrate us being us every day.
What the blood clot you talk about? I mean,
the young boy Rob, PhD, we back. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. You know what's coming up next? National Drinking Holiday. For all you redheads out there. We ain't gonna say it, because guess what? We celebrating us for this last 24 hours. Let's go, baby.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to an all new episode of the Perfectly Balanced Podcast. We're just a panel of brown people having good conversations over here. And we're host Big Rob, who else we got in the building?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how y'all doing? No more antics. You see the name in the back. It's your boy, DJ Chef.
That is me, KG, aka Dr. Graves, no PhD. We came to spill mad tea today. And you know who we are, because we drop bars.
Yes, sir. And we are going to drop another banger, another hell of a great episode for you guys today. Look, we got plenty of great conversation coming at you. So we're going to start it off like this. Listen to me. It's February 28th, 2022. It is not a leap year, which means this is the last official day of Black History Month. Now, we talked about this at the beginning of Black History Month and how we've kind of voiced our opinions about agreeing versus disagreeing, or whether we should or shouldn't have a Black History Month. And that's part of the reason why we really haven't delved deeply into it for this month, because it's kind of like it's one of those things where you're like, why are we celebrating Black History Month only, or why are we celebrating Black history only in the month of February, right? And we're gonna hash out that conversation.
Okay.
Revisit. There we go. We're gonna revisit that conversation, that topic, at the end of this. What's up?
I'm gonna revisit at the end. Okay.
Yeah. No. I'm saying we're gonna revisit at the end of Black History Month. So that's today.
Okay.
Revisit
that.
Right.
We're gonna run a little longer since it is our last day of being.
I like how you snuck that in.
Celebrated.
Yeah, that wasn't planned.
Right, at all. We did not discuss that at all. That was not on the schedule. But I guess that's what we're gonna do.
Might as well, since they only say we got 28 days to celebrate being Black.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so it's a nationally recognized month, throughout the U.S. Black History Month, right? And it's good that we have that. My whole deal is, yes, I totally agree with you. We shouldn't celebrate Black history just one month. Us as Black people need to be celebrating it every single day of the year.
Say it again.
Us as black people need to be celebrating it every day of the year. Now, it doesn't really require everybody to, but it's our history. We need to be the one bringing it to the forefront of our mind subconsciously, and make it a priority for us. So
but what we also need to do though is make sure that we are displaying the truth of our history, all of our history, not just the most important, not even the most important, because all of it's important, right? We talk about, the Sojourner Truths and the Martin Luther Kings and the Malcolm X's. And, we talk about the heavy, quote unquote, heavy hitters of of Black History Month, and, what people did in the civil rights movement and everything like that. But there's tons of history in this country, Black history in this country, that is not talked about at all. Literally at all. Like, not in history books, not in social media, not on CNN, nowhere. It's not talked about at all. And it's gotten to the point where literally most people of this generation don't even know about it. Like, you mentioned Gina 6, huh?
They don't know about what specifically about Black history, or
no, I'm saying like some Black history that isn't talked about, right? So you mentioned Gina 6, right? And kids of today are like, what the fuck is that? And we lived through that. That was shit. We were here. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't that long ago. So I mean, even like Little Rock 9. I mean, who talks about Little Rock?
About the Little Rock 9 in high school.
I mean, yeah. You may have learned about it, but who talks about it?
Nobody. We don't. Hey, like I said, it's almost like we don't want people to know about our scorned history. Just like, oh, it's frowned upon to talk about the Holocaust, or it's frowned upon to talk about, when people other than Black folks have mass shootings. Oh, well, hey, you guys just, what they say, get over it.
You know what? The one topic that's always talked about is slavery. Let's take that out of the picture and bring up more positive vibes that are always talked about. Mm-hmm. Talk about the leaders that aren't as known, authors, and you know what? I really like the idea of not glorifying public figures such as entertainers, because those are the people that are in the forefront. If they're not doing nothing for the community, they shouldn't be brought up in conversation. Mm-hmm. Because then when we're in this day and age where publicity brings you to the forefront of conversation. If we stop ignoring, or we ignore the ignorance that's out there, or the publicity out there, and don't even glorify it, it won't be talked about.
It becomes irrelevant.
For example, stuff that's going on with Yeezy.
Yeah, keep glorifying this shit.
It's a shame of what's going on. When I've never had this happen to me, but what if you were somewhere and let's just say you're in China, and you're walking around minding your own business. Somebody says Kanye, and the back of your mind, you're thinking, oh my God, they are already rationalizing me or putting me in a box like Kanye, like I'm a crazy black and doesn't know what what's going on, and
that I'm just crazy and stupid
at any moment.
I mean, now if I look like him, I'm like, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it.
But again, like, most people aren't really like that. So
niggas break out his song. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger. Nah. little something.
Little something. We have so much. Like, our entertainers, our Black superstars have so much presence right now. Like, we could literally change the narrative if we wanted to. You can change the whole narrative of of our people. And I was watching this documentary the other day, and it says how many of your black superstars that you know of that have businesses that better the black community. And I brought it up in the last episode, that own schools.
So it's only one that you can think of that has his own school.
Really only one. But we have thousands of black leaders, or the so-called leaders, quote unquote leaders, that are infamous in the news. You know, we have Hollywood superstars winning Golden Globe awards. We have freaking comedians, athletes. They're getting paid millions of dollars, and nobody has like done anything really remotely big to change.
But you know what though? Here's why. Most celebrities always need to capitalize off of what they're doing, right? Every celebrity has an agent. Every celebrity has someone who manages what the fuck they do on a day-to-day basis.
Their image, yes.
Their image, right? If it's not making an impact on social media, or if it's not, publicly out there, like for example, right? Do you know Albert Pujols? Albert Pujols,
baseball player. Yeah.
Hey, Pujols. Yeah, I've actually met him, his wife, and his kids. They're fucking awesome. I was on drive with him, but that's a separate story. His wife, Deidre, she does a cooking class for inmates that are in like juvenile detention, right?
Right.
Fucking fantastic idea, because it re-implements these teenagers back into society to where they can focus their attention on something other than getting in trouble, right? You think, man, that's amazing. Why isn't this widely known?
You know what? Okay, so let me kind of not really walk it back, but there are things that athletes, celebrities do off screen, like going to their neighborhoods, giving back to their neighborhoods. That's fine. You know, that's cool. That's a start. But there's bigger things. I'm talking about on a bigger, grander scale.
Absolutely. And I agree with you.
Starting or owning a part of electricity. Like if all of that shit gets taken away, what do you have? What can you start, and have your name in history written at? Elon Musk is one of the richest men in the world.
He is solidified.
But he's changing lives.
Check this out.
He's down.
The boy, he got called out. They said, "Oh, hey, you said he was in Austin this past weekend."
Yeah,
right.
He proved everybody wrong.
Because he's trying to start that damn Cybertruck thing. I done ordered my shit, and this shit.
Look, he is literally, and again, to some people, it's Elon Musk, and like I forgot who said that you're the ultimate supervillain, but. Yeah. He is a businessman of the people. I'm gonna go to this food tasting festival. My kids. I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm real.
So what got me riled up about this was there was this picture. It was literally in this picture, moment in history. Every black superstar in it, you name it, who was there. It's like $100 billion worth of money in this one picture. You had Jay-Z. You had Kanye West. Yeah.
Time out. Hold on.
Hold on. What's up?
Hold on. Wait a minute. This just hit Shade Room 7 minutes ago.
Oh shit.
The House passes a bill making lynching a federal hate crime. Fucking finally. Fucking finally.
Hey, Uncle Joe said, hey, if we gonna go out the end of the month, get what? Bam, bang.
Finally, my nigga. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do.
Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Look, not to get off subject, but so think about it. Do you go back and look at?
Okay, small victories.
Thank you.
Take what you can get, damn it.
But do you go back and look at old crimes that have potential hate crimes on them, and do you retrial?
You also think about this. It's fucking 2022. We've had a black president, and this shit was still legal.
Yes. If you know what, I would be super happy and we're like really happy about progress if we get rid of this freaking qualified immunity. Or do what we promised and campaigned on, to help black people.
This is a start.
Or that is a start, but come on now. Like if this is the only thing that you had planned and what Congress was voting on this entire time, this entire year.
Now I will say this. He's had a lot of shit to deal with in the last year. He's had a whole lot of shit to deal with.
The pandemic was no joke.
It was not a joke, for sure.
No joke. But gay rights,
LGBT, say, man, look, say, bro, they got that shit.
They got what they needed, not us. That's all I'm saying. And we get the anti-lynching thing. Okay, all right. That's a win.
That's a W. I take that as a dub.
It's a W. Okay. The next thing on the docket, the 13th Amendment. That's a big step. That's a huge step. Get on the 13th Amendment.
The women and children. The women and children.
So don't get me started on that. Like, okay, we'll take a small victory, but back to my point that I was making. Elon Musk is super influential, but in this picture that I was talking about with all these Hollywood superstars together, if they came together, they could literally change the outcome of the U.S. What is stopping them from doing that?
What do you mean change the outcome of the U.S.? What do you mean?
The way black people are viewed as a whole, because they have so much reach and so much influence in the media, in social media, in everything that we do. Okay, for example, the people that we had on the Super Bowl, all of those artists have impacted so many. They're household names. Did you know why Ice Cube Ice Cube was actually supposed to perform?
He was?
Yeah.
He's pro-black.
And he would not bend the knee. Do y'all remember what happened with Snoop Dogg and who he called out? I forgot what he said. He said something out of line.
No, it wasn't Lil Nas X. That was Boosie.
No, yeah, he said something. I don't remember what it was, but he had to walk back his statement. He had to walk back and apologize for what he said. He apologized multiple times on air about what he did, and that's how he got, on the stage for the Super Bowl. And again, whatever he said happened years ago, but he understood that, in order for me to do what I need done, I need to apologize to these white folks. And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, that's one thing I will agree. Fucking Cube will never do.
Yeah, and again, like his whole plan with the platinum plan, like what happened with that? And you know what? Ice Cube is definitely doing something behind the scenes. He's moving in silence, and I can respect it. And I'm pretty sure that there's a whole bunch of celebrities out there that are moving in silence that really aren't saying anything because they don't want the jig to be up. Maybe that's the case, but hey, you gotta let us know.
We got to stop putting our fucking. This is. I understand your statement, PhD, and I respect it. But here's my caveat to that. I'm gonna play devil's advocate today. Okay? We got to stop putting our fucking celebrities on this pedestal like they supposed to do everything. Why is it on them? You know what I mean? Yes, they have. Do they have money? Absolutely. You're absolutely fucking right. But does that mean that we are helpless because we don't?
No, what I mean by all of that is they have the influence. The influence is
Why do we need influence?
influence is everything.
Why? No, I'm saying to make change, influence does not have to happen. George Floyd made change, and nobody knew who the fuck he was. Now, yeah, of course he died, but
what happened to him was influential. Started beyond more than the conversation. This shit's been going on for years. There's been incidents like George Floyd that happened, and they weren't the forefront of the conversation for a very long time.
So what I'm saying is, right? So why does our celebrities have to be the ones to carry the burden of making this change? Because of their celebrity status. See, maybe us taking the charge and saying let's fucking do something is the influential part.
But again,
what makes us influential.
Think about it.
So we've been doing the same song and dance since the 80s. You know, since Public Enemy. You know, they've been speaking positive about, you know, stand up, fight for your right. All this hoopty ha. Nothing's been done. Nothing really substantial has been done. Yeah, we've been making tiny baby steps, but then we take a huge hit, and Kanye comes out and embarrasses us, and then we're taking 2 steps back. You know, we get set back by stupid shit in the media, and we're made to be look like clowns. All I'm saying is, if you had like a black collective of Hollywood superstars that came together and was like, hey, this is the message that we're putting out. We're all on one accord. That influence right there in itself sends a positive message and it spreads like wildfire.
So basically, what you're saying, we need to go back to, and it was a movie, a documentary movie, One Night in Havana. Think about Jim Brown, the big, you know, during the civil rights movement, the big boys, all the major powerful athletes from back in the day they did that, and they said, you know what, we don't care what, you know, money we lose in the process. The bigger goal is to try to make sure we're all on the same playing field. But here, like you said, we take 2 steps forward and get knocked back 3 steps. That move that they did, that was a grand slam, because Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, Malcolm X, Bill Russell, like Sam Cooke, those were big powerhouse names throughout the whole U.S.
Yeah, the civil rights movement took off from there.
You know,
you get a couple people of like-minded individuals that are on one goal and get things done. Ain't nothing.
But here's the kryptonite to that. How's it financially going to benefit me? It's always going to be
that's what
something about where can I, you know, all right, if we're going to do this, how's it going to benefit me financially? Instead of just saying,
because the truth of the matter is they don't give a fuck otherwise.
So and that is the whole point.
So then, why do we depend on them?
So most of our black celebrities, you know, they're all out to get their own, but they're doing things. They're taking care of their own in their own way. All I'm saying is,
me find me.
We are the only people that do that.
So there are hundreds of thousands of black individuals that think like you and I, right?
Right.
All of us, right?
Right.
There are thousands of us out here. So you're telling me that if, like, you've heard of the organization 100 Black Men, right?
Right.
If there was an organization like that, just 1,000 black people, let's hypothetically call it that, 1,000 black people that were working towards the ultimate goal to change the world, change the U.S. in benefiting black individuals, right? If that was the mission of this organization, right? And we put the word out, hey, this is what we're doing. This is our goal. This is our process. These are our standards we need to meet. Blah, 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 right? Whatever. Are you saying that will not have as much of an effect as, say, 4 celebrities?
Correct.
Do you think that
We are that simple-minded. We are that selfish.
Yes.
But
what I'm saying is that will not, in this day and age, that will not have the effect as 4 celebrities building a coalition, spreading, whatever their message is through mass media, getting the word out to every corner. Because
I think that's putting us in a box. I think it's putting us in a very small box. The regular people of the Black culture. I think that's putting us in a box to say that we're helpless unless our top, huh?
Yeah, the savior complex. We need people to save us. But
yeah, we need that's help. That makes us look weak. Because you think about it, right? How many influential white people were there to change the U.S.? None. The shit's been benefiting in their manner, right? How many Hispanic Americans or Latin Americans changed the world for Latin America? None. How many fucking Native Americans were celebrities before shit changed for them? None. You see what I'm saying? So why do we have to wait for? I
can disprove what you just said. Okay, so when Selena died, the entire Latin community, even non-Latins, came and mourned the death of her. That is still, that moment in history is still alive right now.
We did the same thing for Kobe.
Yeah, we did the same thing. We all came together, and was like, hey, we celebrated the life, of him, with him being a celebrity. But as the Latin community, they came together on a grander scale.
What did they do after that?
What I mean by this, okay, every other culture has this. If you lost your home and you went another city, didn't know anybody, could you get a job with a Black-owned business without anything other than the shirt on your back and be taken care of? House, clothing, all that stuff.
Of course not.
Of course not. Asian community, they take care of their own. Jewish community, they take care of their own. Latin community, they come across the border with nothing and they take care of their own. Why can't we have something like that? Because they have influence within their communities that, hey, we take care of each other no matter what.
But the influence isn't on that. The influence isn't what you're making it out to be for the Black community. As you're saying.
All I'm saying is the influence is the start of it, because everybody wants to be their own boss. Everybody wants to do their own thing, and it's not working.
So here's what I'm saying, right? Because the main thing that us as African Americans need, right, for us to succeed in this country is to be organized, right? That's the main thing that we need.
Yes.
So why don't we get organized? Why can't we get organized? Why can't we?
There was a glimmer of hope when we were organized, when Obama was running for office. When we got that seat in office, Black people came together so proud. And I remember the day, like in 2008, there was
November 8th.
There was nothing that we couldn't do at that moment in time. There was like I was walking around the street, random people saying, "Hey, what's going on, brother?" We're having conversations. And I'm like, this never happens. Ever.
We shall overcome.
Yes, exactly. That moment in history, I will forever remember. Even though, after that, we were in a freaking whole economic crisis, with the housing market. But again, that moment, we had a reprieve and an accomplishment in the Black community where we all came together. Like every other community, there was no real animosity between neighbors. It was like the whole like East Coast West Coast beef. When Biggie died,
it took a pause.
Everybody took a pause, and then we were like, you know what, this shit is done. This East Coast West Coast beef. There were our leaders in the entertainment community that came together and said, hey, this ain't cool. This is not who we are. This is not what Biggie stood for. This is not what Pac stood for.
And fast forward to when the game was like, I want such and such head. When they were going at it. And it was almost like East Coast, West Coast rivalry reignited, but it was 10 times worse.
Yeah. So it in this day and age, the way politics and the way the community, our community needs a stepping stone to get things corrected. I see that's the way to get it done. You need you need an influential figure. And you know what? Like go and base off of our community as it is right now. You go to church, you rely on the pastor's word, you rely on that book. You need something to lead you. And that's with anybody. Anybody needs a leader to kind of lead on or lean on to show them the way. That's with anything that goes on. So all I'm saying is we don't have that, and we need that.
Here's what I'm saying.
Dynamite.
I feel like we're stronger than that. I think you're counting us out. I think
I'm not counting us out. I'm just saying, like right now, that's what we. And you're right. You're completely right about we are a stronger people because we are strong individuals. That's a huge strength. Like we can build up our own communities if we wanted to. That's if
problem is we don't want to.
And that's because we don't want to.
See,
like I feel like we're so set in our ways that we're like, okay, it's all good, at least we're free. No, we need to stop. We need to stop taking.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all done got that boy PhD pro black woken up right now. Y'all better chill out there.
No, it's facts though. He's not.
We need to stop taking small crumbs and go for the big pieces because that's what everybody else is doing.
What we need to do is get off our ass and demand what we want.
All right, hold on. Wait.
I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go after this. Wait, and one thing that we got to stop doing is when shit happens, unfair and unjust to us, stop burning down your own neighborhoods.
Yeah, that shit got to stop too.
So, and this might set a fucking wildfire, and we are probably the biggest user of this program. If you take this one particular program away, it says we need to get off our ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, us as brown folks, we don't like to do the job that other people deem not job worthy, but it's a job. But I bet you, if you take away government assisted housing, food stamps,
and say, hey, get off your ass eventually.
You know what? One thing that's great about us, we're not as good hustlers as, and this is a stereotype, as Latinos.
That's because we're too good for a lot of shit. They humble themselves quick.
It's a job at the end of the day. It's gonna pay. It's gonna provide for my family. Regardless if I got to shovel, as our grandfather would say, if I got to shovel elephant shit for 16 years, guess what? I'm gonna be the best elephant shitter shoveler on this motherfucking planet. And when I'm done with it,
we will always find a way to get to the bag. Mm-hmm. That's one thing that we can never be discounted. Like there are so many talented people that are great at entrepreneur. Man, there's this one investor I saw. His name is Well, he had such a catchy name. So he was on the Breakfast Club, got locked up a whole bunch of times. He learned the stock market and the way that he looked at
Wall Street Trapper.
Wall Street Trapper. That's it.
I know exactly what you're talking about. As soon as you say he got locked up, I was like, that's
Wall Street Trapper. I was like, yo, the way that he breaks it down, like only black people could think of stuff like that and then break it down and then make it and simplify it. I was like, yo, he's talking drug game speech, but he's talking about stocks
in stocks.
And I was like,
because he's talking drugs in stocks.
Yeah,
he's talking drug stocks
in stocks.
It's really genius though. It really is genius. And so here's
the thing. But us as a people, we'll look at that and just like, that's that white people shit. I ain't fit to do that. He's
white people creating terms. These white people creating generational wealth off this shit too.
Everybody in their family has a hustler, and everybody in their family has a scammer.
Facts.
if we took that mind frame and scanning, twisted it, and put it into a business aspect, we'd be unstoppable.
You don't have to change.
Stop ripping
I
off.
heard this in a poem one time on somewhere. I forget what he said, but at the end of it, he said, "You don't have to change. You don't have to change your hustling. Just change your hustle." Right? He was because the whole poem, he was like, instead of flipping a brick on a corner, flip Microsoft on the stock market, right? Or he was saying he put a bunch of shit, compared it piece to piece by piece, and at the end of it, he said, "Don't change your hustling, just change the hustle."
So okay, and here's another analogy, and another stereotype, but it's such a positive stereotype. Like people talk about it. If you grew up Asian, what do they say what do they say? What are your parents going to say that you're going to be?
A doctor, a lawyer,
Or a doctor, a lawyer, not a rapper, not a
hell no. That ain't even not even sports,
no.
nothing.
You will be disowned.
Yeah.
But we glorify athletes, singers, songwriters.
We push
rappers,
our kids to be
producers. We push them toward that. Stop. We need to stop doing that.
My kid
Start putting it into
he's gonna play sports, but that's not his only thing. And I told my wife, I was like, as a fifth, and my wife knows this, my son and daughter's fifth birthday present will be a vending machine.
I remember you talked about that back in season 1. I remember, yeah.
And that's still in effect. That has not changed. That is still in effect. When you turn 5 years old, you will get a vending machine for your birthday. And that, from then to the time you ready to buy your first car, that all that money you make will be yours. And you will learn how to run a business.
Jewish kids are taught financial responsibility as soon as they're able to be walking.
Facts.
Like, we're in a day and age where technology and information is out at our fingertips. Like,
why do you think? And see, we all used to say this as kids, right? Like, all them white kids get allowance. That shit is like they spoiled. There's a reason for that. Yes. They give them allowance because that's their job. Their job is to go to school, bring home A's. They get an allowance for it, right? Yep. Their A's equals money, right? When they use up their money, that's it. You don't get shit else. That allowance is for gas, for everything you want and need, right? The only thing that you get for free is this meal at home. If you want to go buy some fucking clothes, you use your allowance. If you want to go buy some snacks, you use your allowance. If you need some gas for your car, you use your allowance. If you anything, you use your allowance. That's what it's for. That's what it's teaching them that.
And you know what? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with using your talents and exploiting them. Like if you're a great talented music writer and you got a great voice, you do that. If you're a great tennis player and you recognize that your daughters are going to be the best in the world and you spend every day and of your fiber and being teaching them the sport of tennis,
you do it.
You do it. You know, I'm not taking anything away from anybody. All I'm saying is the message, the narrative needs to be changed. The only way to change the narrative and the message is the influence. Because the way that we are viewed, even by ourselves, the rappers, superstars, football players, all this stuff. When we start that, and you know what? And we're starting now to realize and understand that. Simply because of the fact now we recognize that there is no black NFL owners.
And there might be one, but he's got an uphill battle. He's got an uphill battle.
And we're making strides, and we're like, hey, we own 70% of the league. 70% of the league is our players.
But see, I don't even care that there's not a black owner. Here's why. It's too much like slavery. It's too much like fucking slavery. And if there's a nigga,
that is exactly why that's why we agree. And that is exactly why I'm saying we need to get away from that, because it is the music industry just like slavery. Because these motherfuckers are put in
precarious positions.
Contracts, yeah, very.
And their contracts are being held up for ransom. You know, the only black entrepreneur that actually has a potential to be very, very influential is Sean Combs.
Diddy, yeah.
You may not like him. You may hate his antics.
That nigga is
He's
the businessman.
He is a beast, and you know what? He strives on excellence.
But it's the same thing. It's the same thing for Master P. As much as we like to talk shit about Master P,
he was ahead of the game. He is
a mogul.
And here's the crazy thing. It took 25 years for Snoop to get Death Row.
Right.
And then to come find out that, as they say, the ink has dried. With him acquiring Death Row, he did not acquire Dre or Tupac.
Oh, shit. That sucks.
So, and again, like the music industry is owned by the Jewish market. You know, let's be
Call it what it
very,
is.
very, very clear with that. And
They capitalized on it from the jump. Soon as the hip hop rap, all right,
yeah. So, you know,
that's why none of these niggas talk about anti-Semitic shit at all. Not even close. Don't even mention this.
They control the narrative. They control the narrative. They're like,
your shit will not get played. You got anything?
You got anything? Oh man! I said this again before. Like the rappers used to be talking about, like Talib Kweli. Like, where does this dude at? He was a very talented rapper.
Him and my boy, Mos Def.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They got out of the game because they realized what it was, coming. And, you know, they're like, you know what? I'm not putting, you know, this message out here like that. So, no, that's not what the people, it's what the people want, but it's not what they need.
What we need is develop a plan. We need a fucking plan. Okay? And I don't mean no run-of-the-mill bullshit plan. Oh, we're gonna, like the January 6th, we're just gonna run up in the motherfucking Capitol shit. That's not what the fuck I'm talking about. We need a plan that goes out like 20 fucking years past our generation. We need that. Because
you know what we need right now? Like one thing that I think, another Million Man March on the rights that we not in the office. And you know what? I know you're making that face. I know you're making.
You know,
all I'm saying is the legislation that was promised to us by all of these presidents, and they haven't been done, and they've been taken care of by everybody else. Million Man March needs to happen
Again.
What is that gonna do?
But think about it. Okay,
it's definitely going to bring us to the forefront of the conversation,
and it makes the people that are in office uncomfortable. Now they're starting to unionize again.
But listen, we march. Okay, how long are we in the forefront? How long? How long is the media actually gonna play? Hey, there's a million niggas walking in the street.
No.
How long are they gonna play that?
But again, so it has to be something that's, again, like PhD said, when we do something stupid, it distracts us from the main subject at hand. If we got to do a 2 million man march, a 4 million man march, whether it be DC,
let me ask you this: how many niggas in this generation you know finna walk 10 miles, 20 miles, 100 miles? If you can name me 15 niggas right now, I shut my mouth.
I'll name you.
Shut my fucking mouth.
I will name you all the niggas in the world. If your stimulus check ain't coming, your ass is gonna be upset, and you will walk.
We gonna be driving. You ain't gonna be walking. Now, if you said Million Man Drive, okay.
The Million Man March was organized, but not a lot of people walked. But it was just, there was a walk down to DC.
Capitol Hill, DC. Yeah.
But there was actually a million motherfuckers walking.
And so,
this is what I'm saying, right? Okay, we stage a Million Man March, right? Yeah. From, let's just say, fucking Norfolk, Virginia, up to DC. Normally about 2.5 hour drive, right?
That ain't happening. That's not happening. That's not what I'm talking about.
So we gonna have to go from, like, let's say even Richmond. Richmond is 30 minutes outside of DC.
That could happen. That could happen. That could happen.
Niggas don't want to walk to Walmart that's a mile away, bro. You really think?
Rob, look, me and PhD back in the Gap, we stayed on North Central Expressway.
Mm-hmm.
Top of the literally top of the highway. We walked.
Always South Dallas.
And I don't. It's not that I don't think that there's people out there that would. I'm just saying to get all these people together to do this, it's not gonna go down the way we think.
Again,
now, I will.
How will it financially benefit me?
That's
Instead of seeing the big picture,
because
like, this is going
I
to
got a
benefit
job.
us
I got
all.
to take work off and all that other shit.
Right.
See, here's the other thing, right? Now, I will say, George Floyd marches way bigger turnout than I ever would have thought.
Think about it, that was a global effect. He had to be a
huge.
sacrificial lamb.
And
it had to take somebody getting killed on fucking live Facebook.
And in order for something like that, in order for change to happen and the effect that we needed to happen, it would have to be another one of those. Now, I'm not saying anybody needs to die.
No.
I'm just saying that we gotta say, as a people around this fucking world, say, hey, look, we're on this day, we're marching. Wherever the fuck you want to go, that's where we're going.
Do y'all guys remember the boycott for, what was it, Black Tuesday? You remember that?
Black Tuesday. I heard something about it.
So I think it was like last year or 2 years ago where we were like, we're not posting anything on.
Oh yeah, the boycott of TikTok, social media.
And everybody had a black profile picture, yeah.
Yeah.
That did nothing.
Did absolutely nothing.
It frustrated some folks for a whole 24 hours because they're like,
frustrated who? Frustrated who?
Not me.
Because all I gotta do is not TikTok for a day. All right, cool. I get a day off.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Again, that I think the purpose of that was just to test people's
come togetherness.
Just to be like, okay, we do have a smidgen of people that are willing to do something for a cause. But again, people are influential on social media and jump on bandwagons. So the bandwagon was BLM. Everybody changed their freaking profile to celebrate Black Lives. Again, like, we're fucking lambs.
You know what? This generation, yes. This generation, absolutely.
Like
a bunch of fucking puss ass lambs. Yes.
There's not enough wolves. And
we need a couple. We need a few wolves to and see. It's gonna take some wolves like us.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some. But it's gonna. I don't think us three ain't enough. No. We need like 50. We get 50.
There are some influential people. There are some pretty powerful people, and all I'm saying is, powerful people definitely can get people on the right path. You got some pretty powerful people. Like, okay, why hasn't Oprah bought a fucking state? All the money.
It don't do nothing for her.
You don't do nothing for her, but
Disney just bought a fucking neighborhood.
It could do something. And again, like, why can't black billionaires come together and be like, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're gonna buy a neighbor. We're gonna buy something.
Rob, your boy down there in ATL, Killer Mike, literally said, hey, instead of me buying this $40,000, $50,000 Mercedes Benz, my wife just bought me a whole block.
Listen, and everybody hated on what's the girl who gifted her celebrity boyfriend, her rapper boyfriend? Yeah, Moneybag Yo, like some 78. I was like, yo, when I tell you that's she's creating generational wealth.
Yeah,
she literally just as a gift. That's some shit that's some shit that I can never leave her for that. I can never. She secured her man instantly. She secured her man, her children, her grandchildren instantly just by giving a gift. She can afford it.
Yeah, that's
literally like it's just crazy.
That's the ultimate prize. You'd be like, okay, you know what? You want $1 million or you want 10 acres? Give me the 10 acres.
Give me the 10 acres.
So
Fuck
guess
$1
what?
million.
Somebody gonna come knocking
10
on my
acres.
door. Hey, I would like to, put this piece of property on your 10 acres. Ooh, I'll let you build, but guess what? It's gonna cost you.
It's gonna cost you.
It's gonna cost you, baby. PhD, our mom always said it. There's one thing we always running out of is land. You can make everything else, but you can't fabricate no goddamn land.
Now I don't know because the niggas in Dubai did it with that them islands.
Yeah.
They manufacture some land.
They move some heaven and earth, some dirt to boop. They move stuff. And again, they had the property and the land to do it. You know what? Guess what? We're gonna create our own goddamn shit. You're gonna fly over here just to Airbnb and take pictures. Oh my God, I'm in Dubai.
Okay. I'm really on some like.
We can make man-made lakes and beaches.
I'm genuinely like interested in furthering my community, right? Yes. So I think my purpose on this earth is, I know I'm here to do some big shit, right? I don't know what it is, but I know it's something big. It's got to be. Damn it, I got thrown into a fucking light pole. I'm here for a fucking reason. Okay, yes. So
we are all here for a reason.
Facts.
So knowing what your reason is and in doing it.
All I'm doing is walking in the footsteps that my creator has set out for me. So to me, I feel like the push for progress in the Black community is what I need to be moving towards. You know what I mean? Like in some shape, way, form, or fashion, right?
Right.
Like I mentioned before, on the pre-show that I'm going to buy a plane, right? That's like step 0 in a master plan that I'm really working towards.
So the dangerous thing that them people don't want to happen is exactly this type of conversation to happen.
Yeah. They don't want
it. That's exactly how the Black Panther Party got shut down.
You didn't.
They got rural terrorists in their own damn community. How you get rural terrorists in your own community and you provide for your community? These colored boys are over there doing too much. Shut it down. Hey, he's a terrorist.
Hey, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna write a book that's called The Truth About America. And it's gonna be all about Black history and the shit that they didn't tell us and what actually happened. Like, I'm gonna do a real deep dive. I'm gonna go all the way back to right after, because I want to know. This is not only for everybody else. This is also for me. I want to know what the fuck happened after slavery, because there's a big ass gap between slavery,
time frame,
fucking civil rights movement.
Yeah,
right.
Before, like after slavery ended and before the civil rights movement.
Yes. What the fuck? Because this 1856 to 1925. That's a big fucking gap.
That's a big gap.
I need to know what the fuck happened.
And there are history books out there that were happening. So like in the Wild West, or not the Wild West, but yes. So in the Wild,
maybe I'll call it what happened after slavery. Maybe that's what I'll call it.
Yep. What happened after slavery? I mean, that's pretty simple. That's something.
It's gonna be a big ass book because I'm gonna go into detail about everything.
but again,
autobiography, my guy.
there's people that are, their grandparents, they're still alive that witnessed Jim Crow, and they understand like what happened before this.
Think about our mom, our grandmother lived through Jim Crow, lived through the Civil Rights Movement. Our mom lived through segregate, the whole busing, everything. So it's just like
my grandmother lived through that shit, bro.
There's this one thing that I saw on YouTube today, and it made so much sense. and I think I shared it with you guys on TikTok. Do you know why people don't want slavery and Jim Crow to be taught in the history books right now, or like even
Because little Annie's grandma is in it.
Yep.
Paw
They gonna see her-
Derek
they
is
gonna
in.
see
They go,
her,
well,
yeah.
you didn't like Black for grandma. You didn't like
You gonna
Black.
see your grandmother throwing rocks and shit at Ruby Bridges.
yes,
You gonna see your uncle fucking
Yeah.
spitting on the fucking Little Rock. Now you gonna see all this shit.
yes,
It's
and
That's why they don't want to talk about it.
and that's I was like, yo,
That's
that's
facts.
so true,
Is
man.
that me, Mo?
Just imagine, yo, and you know what? That in this day and age, kids they would be so upset, and they would be
They would just remember that girl who her mom
Yeah.
was in the fucking insurrection and was like, yeah, fuck her, fuck my uncle, fuck all
Yeah.
y'all. They was there. This is
Yeah.
where they live. Come get there. Like was
Yeah.
really putting the whole family on blast.
she said, hey, lock
And you
their
know
ass
what?
up.
And kids this day and age now, they would do that.
Yeah.
White kids out there, they ain't standing for that. So you know,
Because think about it, they be like, look, I go to school with people of the color than me. I'm cool. I have
And I'm
my
cool with
friends.
them.
I'm cool with them. Like I don't have a hate bone in my body. I don't see color. That's my friend Thomas.
I wasn't raised that way. I didn't know that. I didn't know that in school. I didn't learn that in school.
I
Yeah.
play football. I play soccer. I play these sports. I play everything. We're in, drama club, ROTC. I'm with this person 6 days out of the week, twice on the weekend, maybe. They've came to my house.
And it came to parties.
Meanwhile,
And it
you're
came
in.
to motherfucking-
What is this? They're like, what is what?
what is this?
We're not going to talk about this. Look,
Mima. Why the fuck is this you
It was a different-
on the front of this? Is that you? Like right there
this
with a
video
knife?
documentary of you and Grandpa throwing rocks at a 9-year-old girl while she was going to school.
What was going through your head at that moment?
What was
Well, it
going
was a
on?
different time. What?
no. Still, but like, what made you hate a 9-year-old?
A 9-year-old. What did a 9-year-old do? Like, there's no excuse that you can say in the world.
To where you're like, oh, well, baby, that's not what it looks
It's
like.
a child.
What the fuck are you talking about? How old were you here, Grandma? I was about 19. What the fuck were you doing?
Well, then, hold on. What did it say? Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
So and that's so.
Y'all remember the book, the movie The Help?
My
No,
and
but,
the
like-
grandma she was sitting there like, my pie is fire because I
Facts.
took care. She I consider her an
She
equal
said-
as mine.
She said, "Don't eat that." Why? Trust me, just don't. This for her. That's
That especially for her. She came
like
out
you
there
think about the
with
time. Think about the year that movie is set in. Like we literally have parents and grandparents
There's still a
who
lot
were
of
alive for that, like who lived through that. And that's you know what I'm really about to do this deep dive. Y'all think I'm bullshit? I'm dead ass serious. Like I'm about to.
So by no means are we anti-white.
I'm just so
at all.
pro-black.
But it's just you know what? It's the history of America. Period. Answer for it.
No,
Own up to your
you know what? We're done past. Like we're gonna get past answering for the history. No, not done answering for it or going over the history because that's what the whole month of Black History is for. When we, as a collective and as U.S. citizens, white, black, brown, yellow, whatever, as a whole can be like, hey, we don't talk about slavery at all. That's a sensitive subject. This is very, very sensitive. Treated like the Jewish community, then we can stop talking about it. Then we can get rid of Black History Month.
It's gotten to the point where motherfuckers don't even really like. They know about the Holocaust, but they don't know what really like. They know, oh shit, Hitler went over there and was fucking.
And you
up.
know what? It wasn't that long ago.
It really. Bruh.
There's still
wait to write
people
this
alive that went through it.
I can't wait to write this book. What I'm gonna call? What I say? I'm gonna call it.
These
What
niggas
happened
here.
after slavery?
What happened after slavery? Yeah, man. Look, I love it. I freaking love it. Look, man. I I joke a lot, but for our listeners out there, everybody that's always on Facebook Live, I try to be the comedian of the podcast. But DJ Chef is a very sensitive, serious man. Don't get it twisted. I will fold you up like a picnic basket, okay? But what we will not do on this podcast, and we will not do, and I can say this for both of my brothers because they are in Christ. We are all brothers in Christ. And DJ Chef don't like talking about religion and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or politics, but I'm getting a little more comfortable because, like PhD said,
we got to talk about it.
We got to. It's a conversation we got to talk about. Now, we may not talk about it in the barbershop or at the club or at the strip club. You know what I'm saying? Or while I'm DJing, you coming to see me. Hey, I'm pumping the brakes.
But PFB, damn it, we got to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. So I'm going to say this to all our listeners out there. To folks that say, that like saying, and I quote Mama J, I have black friends. Stop saying that.
That's canceled.
Stop saying that all in general. Say, my friend, by their name. Call them by their name.
Yeah.
And have that conversation. Because guess what? You will be so shocked and amazed by, hey, I'm stepping out of my shell. I want to talk to you about this because this is how I feel. Educate me on this certain subject.
Get to the point where you're asking and see, here's the thing. I think white people are genuinely scared to ask questions like, how do you what do you feel on a daily basis?
Wouldn't you be if you grew up with a racist grandmother? Wouldn't you be afraid to ask a question?
You'd be scared of the answer. Yeah, that's a fact. But see, here's the thing though. Here's the problem.
Say it again.
You won't never know the truth unless you ask the question.
Exactly. Like, people need to get out of their comfort zone. Everybody needs to get out. Like, if you're
us included.
Us included. We need to get out of our comfort zone. Stop. Because you learn so much about yourself when you're outside of your comfort zone.
Amen.
One thing about drug addicts that recover, they're like, I'm so not used to this. And you know what? Once they get off of whatever drug that they're using, they excel so much because they're like, yo, this is.
I was held back.
I was held back by this crutch for so long. Once I broke out of it and I saw the world in a different aspect, and I'm like, wow, I can do really anything. Another perfect example of a success story. Who was that? Director in Atlanta.
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're talking about?
Tyler Perry.
It got to be somebody else. Tyler Perry's too common.
But think about it. The dude was living in his freaking car and wrote plays. You go from writing plays, sleeping in your car, begging,
strangers.
Hey, let me produce my play at your theater. It's gonna bring you some money. So he went from state to state, city to city, and everybody. I remember with PhD. You were already in the net. You were like 4 years in. I just had graduated. 2 years after he was in. I remember people lining up just to get Tyler Perry tickets to go see the live theater before he even made it to the movie theaters. He was DVD. Hey man, I got the new Muddias. I got the new this, new that. I'm like, what? But
again,
going on?
There was nobody really doing it black at that point in time.
Yeah.
Say it again.
It was new to us.
Yeah.
It was fun.
There was no real black play. I'm not gonna say there weren't any, but there were no known black playwrights.
So there was comedy.
Think about it.
There was music. There was real issues that were being talked about. Stuff that we could relate to and growing up in black families that happened, and it was a good plot and a good story put all into one that was not going on. So Tyler Perry was in a league of his own.
It was our own production of Broadway, because like you said.
Right.
Had everything. Musical, serious topics, acting, comedian, all that in it. And he's known for having good singers, good music in between those acts. The whole shebang. It was our Black Broadway. And if you didn't like it, if you felt uncomfortable going to, but you see,
I'm not a Tyler Perry fan whatsoever at all. but I
respect the game.
I respect the game, and I respect what it is. Like after like the movies and stuff, I was like, yo, this is trash right now. this is hot gossip garbage. I don't want to watch gossip garbage. I lived it. I lived the shit that he's talking about in these movies. I don't want to live that shit. I'm just not much of a drama person.
You know, so and like you said, you can't knock the man's hustle because now he has one of the biggest production studios
in the South.
In the South. And when you got Warner Brothers, Disney. Everybody, hey man, can we use? You surely can, but here's the fee. If you can pay this, hey my nigga, you got it for the next.
But now here's the thing.
Here's
the thing, right? But here's the thing, right? So even with that, it's still the reason that Atlanta is becoming the new Hollywood is because the tax on shooting movies is cheaper here, right? So what Tyler Perry did in his game plan was, not only am I going to own virtually every studio in the state of Georgia, right? I'm going to make it so that you have to come through me in Atlanta.
Yep.
Right. I'm going to make it so that you want to shoot here, but I'm also going to make it so that where you want to shoot has my name on it. Right.
That's that street hustle right there.
For example, right. My cousin, one of my cousins,
product, you got to come through me.
one of my cousins, right. He's on the new show Kindred. Right. He's working on the new show Kindred. It's filmed down in Fairburn, Georgia. It's one of Tyler Perry's studios. Right. And he I remember like we were talking about it the other day. I was like, man, is that Tyler Perry's studio? He was like, man, everywhere in Atlanta is Tyler Perry. He was like, but you don't see Tyler Perry nowhere around. It's a bunch of other white men, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you see different cultures there, but it's mostly old white men, right? But Tyler Perry is the one making all the money. I was like, damn. That's mogul moves, yo. Like that's fucking.
You work for me.
Yes, like when I got the white man working for me. Oh man, tell me I done made it. I done fucking made it.
Again, Tyler Perry is one of those influential people right now that definitely isn't in those moves where I was talking about, like that can make real power moves for our community. He's worldly wide known, you know, for his films.
World renowned for sure.
If he got into like politics, his game over.
I don't think he would ever do that though.
I don't think he would either. But all I'm saying is hypothetically,
if he decided to, could he? Yes.
He got the money. He got the money to do it because again, like Bridget said, if you got the money, you can make the rules.
Actually, that would be like a conflict of interest. He would have to give up like ownership of his properties and stuff. If he got
Trump didn't. Fuck that.
Well, what I'm saying, if he ran for like governor inside of Georgia, he would have to run for governor somewhere else.
No, fuck, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't have to give up shit. You know how many governors and fucking government officials own businesses, properties, whatever in the state that they govern.
Properties, but not on the level of freaking.
Doesn't matter.
Where he owns like everything that flows through Georgia.
Doesn't matter.
Man, like
he's not controlling. But see, here's the thing: the film industry isn't government controlled, so it's separate.
It is.
Rob over here dropping gems.
All I'm saying is like this. So the governor really approves like filming and all that stuff that happens in the state. Like, okay,
think about that's you gotta there's a state tax, there's a state income. You're coming to our state using our resources.
As a governor, he would have control over all of that shit.
But he doesn't make tax. He wouldn't make tax law. He can't make tax law as a governor.
No, he wouldn't make them, but he would definitely approve them and get them pushed up. He would have influence over what gets.
But see, every governor has some type of conflict of interest in it. That's the case.
Of course, yes. I gotta do something that's gonna benefit me.
That's why they stay in government for so long.
So they're not. He we're not gonna say we can't elect him just because. Fuck that.
Oh no, I'm not saying that it would just be really. He would have to like really be careful because like
he wouldn't have to tone. I don't think he would have to tone down shit.
The potential of corruption would be so tempting.
But you also think, right?
Yeah.
The taxes are geared towards helping billionaires.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
He's already avoiding taxes. Let's be honest. He's already avoiding the shit. So, like, for example, you think, okay, first of all, I want y'all to know something about, this is one more gem I'm going to drop about credit and I'm going to leave it alone, right? So, income is taxed, debt isn't.
Yes.
The wealthiest people of the world know this and know this game well.
Very, very well.
If I rack up more debt as my income, I will never be taxed. I can never get taxed. That debt that I have is not taxable. So if I take out a $3 million loan, that loan is quote unquote debt. Right. But that's what I use to live off of.
Rob, don't be look. What Bridget say? You out here giving out cheat codes.
I sure am. I really am. I'm gonna start charging you this for this shit.
You giving out cheat codes,
selling
baby.
this. I'm selling that clip as an NFT. Fuck you talking.
So check this out. Moving on, because we're running over because it is our last day of this special occasion. But every day is Black History Month from this day forward. I don't give a rat's. You know what you think. If you don't like it, my boy Toby Ngwood, unfollow me. That song right there. If you don't like what I say or do, follow me. Check this out. We had an unfortunate loss over this past weekend. Another
rapper.
All I know, yo.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. I ain't gonna lie though.
It's sad.
Another Memphis.
That was the only song. Well, he's got two other songs but that and another song he was known for. Slanging dope. Again, like PhD said, all we know is about hustling, selling, slanging, all that stuff. But it's if we can come together as a people and just stop killing ourselves and stop.
So he got shot.
He literally shot in the neck and died at the hospital in Houston.
He got shot by who?
They don't know. They don't know what happened.
It was a shooting.
It wasn't like a robbery. Well, they don't suspect it was a robbery. His body actually got found by someone.
Oh shit! So he didn't even. He was all the way out of there.
Yeah.
Either way,
he wasn't pronounced dead at the scene. He was pronounced dead later at the hospital. So it was just like it just sucks, man, because we are the only culture that hate on each other.
We're not the only ones, but we're the only one that glorify.
Everybody hates somebody. There's probably somebody you work with, white or black, that's hating on you because you succeeded. Guaranteed. It's as much as we like to say this. There's a couple things that are guaranteed in life: death and taxes. Mm-hmm. Don't forget haters. Always going to be some haters.
No congratulators, but lots of haters.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fact. Listen.
So check this out, folks. Your boy DJ Chef, I love music. I listen to everything. There's not, you pretty much, folks be like, you listen to that? Bruh, yeah, I grew up, I'm an 80s baby. I had no choice but to listen to great freaking music, okay? And all this stuff we got out now, it's a sample of our past.
80s music.
To the present.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You may not like the artists that came out in the back in the day, but guess what? You sampling their stuff.
Yep.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So all I'm gonna say is, hey, let's love more and let's hate less.
Try to at least.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is OTF Duty Lou?
One thing that we got to do is start checking each other. If you see your partner hating, check him or her. You're like,
think about the ladies talked about it last Wednesday.
Let's make hating a pastime and be like,
you know what? Hey,
that's really lame that you hating on him getting money. you a lame. You were lame.
Use an L7 square.
Listen.
He over there shining.
First of all, hello.
Like
Wait,
Get Money Kai. He shining like Get Money Kai over there. And you hating on him. You mad.
You wanna argue.
Now listen, hello, wait. I just seen some shit on fucking Shade Room.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, these names is getting the fuck out of hand.
Yeah.
The headline is FTN Bay arrested for violating permanent restraining order and stalking OTF Duty Lube.
I don't know who the fuck that is. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What the fuck kind of name? This is black people.
We got to do better. We got to do better. There is such thing as marketing, and then there's dumbass marketing. Like
This
Say it one more time.
people
is
are
fucking
they're
embarrassing.
cheering you on. They are making fun of you and laughing behind your back while
I gotta look this person up.
while cheering you on. They're turning around and laughing behind your back like Kanye West. Like the people that are on Kanye West's team and not talking to him, not being real with him, saying, "Hey, you need to chill out, bro."
Question: are y'all watching the Netflix series, his documentary?
I was tempted to watch it, and I want to watch it just to see.
You need
Talking about
to
Kanye?
watch. Yeah, you need to watch it.
But again,
I
like,
don't got Netflix no more. I canceled that shit.
yo, I heard that Talib Kweli was one of those rappers that helped Kanye West, and now he hates on him. He's like, no.
He's not.
Kanye hates on everybody that helped him.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, I use all.
He forgot where he came from. He forgot where he came from. He forgot where he started. Where like I said, the first episode, and I didn't realize it. They're just like, dude, when the dude said it when he was 22.
Oh, it's all a part of Kanye's hustle, though. That's his hustle.
Everybody,
When everybody
beat
realizes
producer.
that, like that's just the way Kanye is. Like, okay, you stop giving him clout.
But see, here's the problem though. It's one thing to do it, you know what I'm saying, and it don't affect really nobody. But when you actually affect a nigga's money, now it's a problem. So, like, for example, Big Sean, right? Big Sean, good music. If y'all don't know, good music is Kanye West label.
Yep.
Good music apparently owes Big Sean like $16 million, some shit like that, like some crazy money, right? He had his own shit audited, and yeah. So it's one, and then for Kanye to comment on whatever that fucking podcast is.
It's a good one.
To say,
old boy, get everybody in uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah.
Get some drink in. You hit the blunt once or twice. You get to singing like a canary. Because Kanye said it. I never should have signed him. That was the worst.
That was the worst hire I ever did.
Because you owe the man some money. That's why.
But not only that, but Big Sean got you to where he made that fucking label big.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who else on that fucking label is doing anything? Who else stuck around that long? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I can't fuck with you like that if you're gonna do some fake shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't fuck with Kanye no more, man. Fuck the old Kanye is gone, ladies and gentlemen. Let it go. All right. On that note, we're gonna end this episode right here. I'd like to say thank you to all of our listeners out there, everybody that's tuned in on the Facebook page, on the YouTube live, on the not the Instagram, the Twitter live, Twitch live. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Keep doing what you guys are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this on the Perfectly Balanced podcasting platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Anchor, Spotify, we got a couple more. It's a bunch of other ones. If you're listening to us on any of those platforms out there, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Keep doing what you guys are doing. This is the Perfectly Balanced Podcast. It's Pamela Brown. People having good conversations over here. I'm your host, Big Rob. Who else got in the building?
It's your boy. I'm no longer going to be the Stinny. I'm going to be, it's time to pay up. It's time to pay up. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Chef, man.
And it's me, KG, aka Dr. Dre. A lot of tea today. You know who we are. We always drop off.
Factual information, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the last day of February 28th, 2022, episode 17. The last day of Black History Month, and we went out with a bang. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know we do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll see y'all next time.